Fast food workers, what is your sir? This is a Wendy's moment. I worked at a liquor store a few years back. One day a man walks in and puts 2 bottles of whiskey down, and as I'm scanning the bottles I make the usual small talk. How's your night going? The man took a deep breath and looked me in the eyes and says, well, I just walked in on my 14-year-old son completely naked video chatting a fucking middle-aged man, so it could be a lot better. I didn't quite know what to say, so I told him, oh, that's not good, enjoy your drinks. That is a completely adequate and fairly considerate response. Once I walked into a liquor store after having a really bad day and put down the Smirnoff Ices. The cashier was like, so how's your day going? And I was just responded, fantastic. Pretty sure I was a little teary-eyed, but I was looking away so it wouldn't be obvious. He immediately asks, boy problems? And I just started bawling like, yeah man. It was so friggin' embarrassing, but thankfully there was no one else in the store and he was really nice about it. Dude came to drive through. I open the window, sir, how can I help you? I'm out of checks. He replies calmly. Not sure I follow you. I say. I'm out of checks. He says again more impatiently. Right, I heard you, but I don't know what you want me to do about it. You can pay with cash or card too. Dude gives me a weird look, then says, oh, this ain't the bank. And peels out away from the window. I'm a pharmacist. Someone at that drive-thru is dealing. Does everything in the USA have a drive-thru? Worked at McDonald's. We would always get people that would ask for a Whopper burger, either seriously or trying to be funny. Cue the exhausted, we don't sell Whoppers sir/ma'am, we have the Big Mac. In response, usually we get a no, right? Okay, one of those. Until one day we had a guy come through drive-thru that asked for a large Whopper meal, and instant reply back, sir, we don't sell Whoppers here, we have Big Macs or Quarter Pounders or McChickens. He replied, no, I don't want that, I want a Whopper. Me, sir, we don't sell those. This is a McDonald's. The closest equivalent would be a Big Mac, but it's not a Whopper. If you want an actual Whopper burger you need to go to Hungry Jack's, Burger King, reply, a fat king Whopper meal. Me, okay sir, I can't give you a Whopper meal here, but I can order a Big Mac meal for you. The Big Mac is the closest equivalent we have, but it is not a Whopper. Are you happy with a large Big Mac meal instead? Him, yes, was that so hard? We give him a large Big Mac meal, and sure enough 10 minutes later he is back through the drive-thru screaming into the speaker that he hasn't gotten his Whopper burger. Till BK is Hungry Jack's in Australia. Fun fact, McDonald's got too litigious with a company from Ireland, sued them, then bungled the case and wound up losing the trademark to Big Macs across all of Europe. So, while you couldn't get a Whopper at McD's, you could get a Big Mac at Burger King. I worked at a Chipotle for 4 years and got some pretty interesting requests. But I'll never forget the time someone ordered soup. Chipotle doesn't have soup. I promptly reminded her this was a Chipotle, but she insisted we could do it. So we made her soup at Chipotle. It was the grossest concoction of bean juice, sofritas, mild, medium and hot salsa, and sour cream. She was stoked. Lady, you're too high. This reminds me of one time at Chipotle, the guy in line ahead of me asked for the yogurt on his burrito. The employee had to tell him it was sour cream. I worked at Dunkin' and one time a customer came through the drive-thru and complained to us that the drive-thru was built in a way that made it hard to drive. She started yelling at my coworkers, so I just put down what I was doing and told her, ma'am, we cannot change the construction of the building. Like seriously though, what did she want us to do? I just make sandwiches. I work for an HVAC distributor. Of course during COVID production has been low, so we were out many important parts. Had so many people call me and yell at me saying they needed this tomorrow. Dude, do you honestly want me to make the thing? We don't have it, fuck off. When I was working at a movie theater when I was 17, I once had someone tell me that the way our building was designed wasn't data compliant or something, and said we had to change like parts of the structure outside, and I'm just like, one, I'm just an usher here, I don't have any control over anything, let alone major renovations, and two, the building's been like this for 14 years, I think it's a little too late for that anyways. Y'all wouldn't believe the amount of disappointed rich people who come to Panda Express and find out we aren't serving authentic Chinese food. Once a well-traveled rich woman came into Panda Express and stood at the buffet line for about 10 minutes, critiquing our mistakes and explaining how Chinese cuisine doesn't actually have fried wontons with cream cheese filling. Mom, we just fry what came in the bag from a warehouse in California. This isn't how real Italians make pizza. Mom, you're at a fucking Chuck E. Cheese. Edit, thanks for the award. I worked at a pizza place and I got a complaint that we delivered sushi. It was a pepperoni pizza. But he could not be convinced. Drugs are a hell of a drug. I used to work at Target and they hired a new girl, who had previously worked at Walmart, to work the fitting rooms, and by default the intercom system. A few days after she started, she was about to make an announcement over the intercom, and I guess habit took over because she started the announcement with "Attention Walmart shoppers." She realized her mistake and made a good recovery with "You are in the wrong store." She is a genius. That's the type of coworker that makes my life bearable. Ha. I fucking relate to this shit. 3 years at Chipotle, then I start selling boats at Base Pro. First call, thank you for calling Broadem or Chipotle, you can't buy a boat there, but this is Base Pro, so you're good. What can I do for you on my first day here? Facepalm. I'm late, but I used to work at Taco Bell as a drive-thru guy. I just took people's orders, took their money, and gave them their shit, basically. So there's the usual script you follow when a customer pulls up. Hi, welcome to Taco Bell. How are you? And 90% of them say good, could I get a? And carry on with their order. The kind 10% of people say good, how are you? And you would usually say something like pretty good. Thanks for asking. What can I get for you today? Well, one time, I got an outlier. I asked hi, how are you? And defying all convention, this man on the other end, in a country accent, responded, sadly we're not doing too well. It wasn't in a dignified way either. Dude sounded legit upset about something. I was just bewildered, I had no idea what to say. I think after like 5 seconds of silence I was like, well, sorry to hear that, what can I get for you tonight? The speaking part of that job is so routine that you become a customer service robot. Then this sad guy comes through and actually is honest about his current mood, and it just threw me off entirely. I had that once working at McDonald's like 6 years ago. This lady, probably in her 50s, comes to the front counter. I say my NPC greeting script of welcome to McDonald's, how can I help you? And she straight-faced, staring into my soul, asked if I would have sex with her. I was astounded at the confidence and sheer bluntness about it, as well as how inappropriate it was, that I stammer out something about me being 16 and that's illegal. She then got all sad-faced and started on about a divorce and she was having a rough time with it. I managed to chime in with how about a nice burger for some comfort food? And she ordered one. I never saw her again, thankfully. My family runs a concessions trailer at fairs. Lots of great stories, but this one always sticks out. We have a giant 16-bay steam table directly in front of the serving counter. It's old and some pans don't sit quite right, so there's always a bit of steam leaking out. Our trailer is built around one item, empanadas, not really but similar. The trailer is even called that. All the signs advertise empanadas in big letters. So one day it's like 90 out and sweat is just running off of all of us. We're packed, the line is running down the street, and we're 8 servers deep at the window. Customer comes up to the window, after standing in line for probably 15 minutes, sees us with soaked shirts and headbands, steam pouring out of the table, and they ask, "What flavors of ice cream do you have?" Edit, it's Millie's pierogi lol, didn't think people would care. We'll ship right to your door, so totally check us out. What do you make that's similar to empanadas, but isn't? Pupusas? Pasties? I worked in the mini donut trailer one summer, and so many people got upset it wasn't a full-service donut shop. Like, no, bitch, we have cinnamon sugar minis or plain/sauced minis, go somewhere else for your latte and pain du chocolate. Edit to add, holy crap, yes, the heat and sweat is intense. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.